Welcome to How to Survive, the show that teaches you how to survive the stuff that can kill you.
Like meteors, or unidentifiable pills, or Alpine divorce.
And the stuff that just makes you wish you were dead.
Like the manosphere, or the freshman 25.
Oh, man.
Or the ER.
Oh, yeah. I don't want any of those things combined.
You know what's a good combination?
Tell me.
Our voices in our theme song.
Oh, it's like peanut butter and jelly.
Ground is shaking under our feet, mountains on fire, flooding in the street. Can't breathe the air, can't fight the feeling. Gobbling down Xanax ain't the way to be dealing. Gotta do better than just getting high. We gotta stick together if we're gonna survive. How to survive. How to survive.
Hello.
Hi, Danielle.
How's it going?
Well, I'm happy now.
Because you're on the show?
For one, yes, and also because I have this delicious coffee.
Oh, yeah. You got your coffee from M.
M Street Latte, best coffee ever. Not a sponsor, but if they want to give us free coffee, I'm all for it.
Oh, and thank you for the tea.
Well, did you sign up?
For what?
You know, you can get points there.
No, I didn't.
Oh, damn, girl. You can get points.
Yeah?
And then every time you pay, it just knows from your credit card that it's you, and it gives you points. So
And
you
then
can eventually get a free coffee.
How long will it take, though?
1,000 years.
Yeah, I mean, we've been doing this podcast, I think, for 5 years. Is that possible?
When did we start?
2021, I think.
I thought we started. Did we start in 21? I thought we started in 22, but maybe.
You're looking at me like I know.
Okay, so none of us know anything.
I have gotten a free coffee.
Okay,
at some point.
At least one.
At least one. I
so
think.
if I start now, maybe.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you that before. I should have told you.
I'm very upset with you, and I will. The way I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna low key punish you throughout the episode.
Fair.
In just very subtle ways that only the most sensitive audience members will be able to pick up on.
Yeah. Okay. So yesterday was 420.
Yeah.
And you said in our book club thread,
The right one,
that you found
yeah. I came across
a gummy.
all of my gummies.
Oh, okay.
My whole weed stash. Like, I forgot I'm a person that has weed.
Right.
And
Are these things that
Is that
Garen procured for you?
No, I got them myself.
I'm a person who has weed. I'm not a pothead. I'm a person that has weed.
It's all about how you structure
You
your
have a
sentence.
collection.
It's
Yeah.
not. I'm not
You've
a.
curated-
I'm not a weed head. I am a person who has weed.
Right.
Different. It's different. It's all in the way you phrase it.
So you did take it?
Yes, I did take it. I ingested the weed.
Was it an edible?
It was a gummy. Yes. No, it wasn't. It was a mint.
Okay.
It's like a breath mint, but it's got weed in it. So it tastes like weed.
That's
It's
so
not-
gross.
not-
The taste is so gross. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather smoke it, but that wasn't an option. I don't
Right.
have any doobies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I want to carry a different bag. I'm just sick of this one, and I know I was like, I have a bag up in my closet. I'll go get that one.
Okay.
And I got it out and I was like, there's something in this bag. That's weird. All this weed paraphernalia comes out. And I was
Paraphernalia?
like, well, just
A
the-
one hitter and
just
a bong.
just
and
a giant bong.
Right.
And it's
But it's like Mary Poppins. So
yeah,
it's just like
yeah, it's weird. It's the Mary Poppins, and the umbrella
bigger,
is what
yeah.
you hit through. You inhale through the umbrella, and you fill the skirt with water. Her head is where you put the weed.
I just meant it was a bag that was small and you were pulling out a giant bong.
I went in a whole different direction.
The carpet bag that she pulls all that stuff out of.
You're basically that episode of Roseanne where they find that old tin of weed.
Yes.
And they're like, and they think it's Darlene's, but it was theirs from like
Oh, that's
20
funny.
years ago. And they
That's
all
really
smoke
funny.
It. It's really, really funny.
So how was it?
It was fine. I think it's expired.
So does it lose its potency?
I think just like regular medication, it gets weaker.
Okay.
So I don't know that I really felt it. I think maybe I was a little high. I think I was just more focused on this episode because that's what I had to do. My plan was I was going to take it later,
Yeah.
in the evening, more towards like kids' bedtimes, but I was really stressed
Yeah.
because I'd gotten in an argument with my daughter. And then I was like, I'm just going to take it now. And then before I did, I went into her bedroom and I said,
Look what you're making me do.
You just show her
I
all
learned
the
it from
drugs.
you, Alex. No, I said, I need some privacy and I don't come into my room.
Uh-huh.
And if you need to use the bathroom, don't come in and use my bathroom. You can use your bathroom. And she goes, why do you need privacy? I said, I just need to be alone. So please don't come in my room.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And so I just got to be alone in my room for a few hours.
Good.
And I think I need to do that more often,
I think so. I think you definitely need to.
especially when there's been conflict, so that I can have a little peace.
Does it help you de-stress to just be alone? I would imagine.
For sure.
Yeah.
I really like being alone. And it's tricky because I think the kids sort of use our bedroom as like a hanging out place.
Sounds like it, yeah.
You know, they like to come lay on the bed and talk
Yeah.
to us. And I mean, I like that. But it's also kind of like, you're in my space.
Yeah.
You're in my space, man. Oh, I have a fun celebrity sighting.
Ooh.
Okay, so
Do we guess? Do we steal that from?
do you want to guess or do you want me to just tell you? What do you prefer? What do you like to do?
Just tell us.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just want to say I was in a Zoom yesterday for Katie Porter,
Right.
who is still in the governor's race. Who knows how that's going to go? But
Badly?
yeah, I was. So I went to. Danielle knows this. I went to a bake sale to raise money for kids in ICE detention, specifically the Dilley Detention Center in Texas. And I made some delicious Rice Krispie treats, guys. I went beyond on this, and I made them gourmet. I'm not bragging, but if anybody wants a recipe, I can let you know.
Did you puff your own rice?
I did not puff my own rice, but that's a good idea. Maybe when the kids are off in college, I can move to puffing my own rice. For now, I'm going with Rice Krispies.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway, so at the bake sale, it was through this feminist activism group I occasionally participate in.
Okay.
I don't want to tout my own horn like I'm some.
You dip your toe into
I
feminism.
dip my toe into feminism, and then I'm like, oh, it's not enough lipstick.
Yeah.
A woman there was like, hey, listen, I'm hosting this Zoom for Katie Porter tomorrow. Like, I'm not sure how I feel, blah, blah, blah. But, it's just a friendly 20-minute Zoom chat. And I was like, yeah, I can have that on while I'm doing other work.
Sure.
While I'm doing work.
While you're getting stoned.
While I'm getting baked out of my mind.
Off a mint.
Off a mint. Yeah, that's how, it doesn't take me much, Garen. I take a little mint and I'm like, zippity-doo-dah. That's the song. So.
Well, it's in the public domain, I think, so you're okay.
I can do it.
Yeah.
There's only 40 of us in the Zoom.
Uh-huh.
And I look up and it's Miss Helen Hunt
Oh,
Wow.
in the Zoom.
Now, Katie Porter got in trouble for behaving terribly to her staff, right?
Well, I only know because I looked it up. I'm very ignorant about this governor's race. I was really
Same.
not paying attention because I just thought it was going to be Eric Swalwell, and then it turned out he was a
Right.
rapist. Is
Right.
a rapist, I guess, in the current tense.
He's currently raping.
He's currently he'll get back to
as
it.
we speak.
He'll get back to it as soon as he is able. And I just wasn't paying a lot of attention.
Same. I wasn't
And
either.
then I was like, maybe I should pay attention because I've always been a huge Katie Porter fan. Thought she was really smart and liked everything she stood for, and single mom, hard worker, blah blah. And then that video, I heard about a video, but I'd never seen it, so I watched it.
I haven't seen it either.
I just watched it yesterday, and she shouts at somebody in the back who gets in her shot, and she's doing a taping interview, and she's like, "And get out of my fucking shot!" And the woman's like, "Well, I wanted to give you this information, blah blah blah." And it's like, oof, that's not a good look. But I'm like, you know what?
One incident.
She's also good. If people are like, I just don't know if I can vote for her because she yelled at a staffer. I'm like, really?
That's not the bar anymore,
Also,
fellas.
Men are awful to their staffers all the time.
100%.
And it's viewed as a strength.
Right.
I think there was also rumors that she was really rude up on Capitol Hill. Since she's been up on Capitol Hill, that she's rude But I'm also again, there's such a different expectation for women that it's not only you can't win. We talked about this earlier. It's if you're
Later.
if you're friendly, Yes, we talked about it. Sorry, we talked about it. We're going to talk about this in the future. About this. Just hold on. It's coming. There's no way to win.
Right.
So if she's sweet, then she looks weak.
Right.
If she's tough, then, she's not friendly and she's a bitch and she's rude.
Yeah.
The same behavior coming from a man would be seen as
Also,
a strength.
I don't know if I care if someone's rude at this point. Like, rude is like really the...
Really?
It just... We're so beyond rude at this point.
I know. It's like, did she rape anyone?
Right.
No.
Is she currently planning on shooting a dog?
Yes.
Is she currently planning on shooting people in the street? No?
Okay.
Fine. Okay.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
I mean, is she a Democrat? Then I'm in. But I think she's not going to make it past Becerra and Steyer, who are, I think, going to be the two
guys
that we have to choose between, so that we don't have a Republican.
So did Helen Hunt, did she
didn't really
talk?
No, she just sat there and I just tried to see inside of her house. That was because she didn't blur her background.
Could you see anything?
Because I could just, not really. It would look nice.
I have to admit, I get so distracted when, because when I watch MS Now, so many of the people they talk to are from their house, still left over from the pandemic. And I just get lost in the bookshelves. I just want to know everything that there is going on in the background, all the books they have. I never hear what they say because I'm just watching.
I don't think I had two different people text me and say, "What do you think about Katie Porter?" And I was lliterally like, "Here's what I saw in the background of Helen Hunt's house. She has a ceiling similar to mine, and I think we're best friends." Like, I couldn't even. I don't think I heard Katie Porter say something about like not accepting money from super PACs and having 3 kids and like knowing what it's like. She's a single mom, and literally,
you're like, yeah. Is that a sectional?
Blah blah blah. Did she get that from Room and Board? Like, if it's not Barack Obama, I cannot. Like, you got to be real charismatic to get. And it's Zoom, so forget, it's like double me not listening. Do you want to talk about something I find really fascinating?
Yes.
And I hope you guys are going to find it fascinating too. I want you to keep in mind, I did prepare this while I was on weed.
But you said it didn't really affect you.
We'll find out.
We will find out. Why are these all P's?
Good point.
There's no other letters.
Why are these all P's? Is that what you said? She thought she wrote the whole thing. It's just,
I'm like, there's just peas here over and over again.
why are there just pictures of Lowe's?
God, I guess I was craving corn nuts. Just typing corn nuts over and over again. Just a link to corn nuts. Okay, today we're going to talk about how to survive an Alpine divorce. I want to thank The Guardian, The New York Times, Climbing Magazine, and Cosmopolitan.
Okay.
I loved that magazine in my teen years. I'm sure it was good for my self-esteem.
I'm sure it was great.
Did you like magazines like when you were?
No, I certainly didn't buy them. And I don't think my mom had things like that. I feel like she had like Red Book or something. I don't know. I think my friends had 16. Okay. Because I definitely remember looking at, I want to say Carrie Russell, but that seems like it would be too late.
Young?
Yeah.
I also loved like 16 and.
Yeah. And Whitney Houston, I know, was on the cover once before she was Whitney Houston.
Yes, famously.
And it definitely did its damage of self-esteem just by looking at them occasionally at a friend's house. So I didn't need to look at,
It's hard to imagine. It's like wild when you think about just that doing its damage and then like what girls are exposed to now.
Yeah.
Not to get back to that.
I do remember seeing a picture in some magazine of Michelle Pfeiffer and realizing she had a nose job. And my whole world was kind of like,
in what way? Like,
I don't know. Maybe you would think that would spur me to have a nose job earlier, like, oh, it can make all the difference in the world. But I think I kind of felt lied to in a way.
Oh, interesting.
I was like, I mean, she was still beautiful, but obviously the nose job helped.
Yeah, I loved those I would like read them like Bibles.
Did your mother buy them?
Yeah, I mean, she would buy them for me if I wanted them, but she also was a magazine reader.
My mom bought me Mad Magazine. That's what
I also got Mad Magazine. I think when I was younger, and then as I got into more of my teen years, it was like, how do I know how to be a girl?
Yeah,
without this information.
I didn't think there was really any help for me, so I didn't turn to those things.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it helped. I think it made me more of a consumer.
Probably helped with those bangs. Probably helped you get those bangs.
Well, I mean, it probably would have said you're really out of style if I would have paid more attention.
Oh, yeah.
Because those were coming from the cities. There weren't girls with those mall bangs in there.
That's what
I wasn't smart enough to make that connection. Mall bangs. Okay, listen to this. Oh, it just disappeared. Here, we got it back. Okay. Alpine divorce. This is going to be new to Garen because he's not as familiar, but it's been all over social media, which I'm surprised because you're such a digital native, Garen.
Well, do you know about it?
I didn't based on what she said, but we talked about it before the show.
I did just read about it.
Okay, well, it's been all over TikTok, okay?
Yes.
It went viral because there was a woman on a hike talking about a boyfriend abandoning her. She's recording herself, you can find this, crying and during the hike. Like, he leaves her during the hike, so she's like crying while she's making her way down this hike about this happening. And then so many other women commented on it with their own stories.
Oh, is that how this all started?
That kind of went viral. And then there's this really wild case in Austria. That's going to be the case I share in the story later.
Okay.
That's the big one that just kind of happened.
That's
right?
the big one that I think also helped propel this concept of Alpine divorce into the mainstream, if you will.
Yes.
So what it means is sometimes a situation where a partner is doing some type of outdoor adventure. It typically is a male partner, hiking, climbing, etc., only to be abandoned during some type of the hike. Generally because the female isn't keeping pace.
Right.
Or they get in a fight and he just abandons her.
Right. He's just like later.
So there may be examples of a woman abandoning a man.
But we haven't found it.
I have not found one yet. And perhaps in a same-sex situation. Again, I couldn't find that either. So if anybody has an example of that in their own life or is able to find that on the internet.
Or if you've done it.
Or if you've done that.
If you've left a same-sex partner to die in the woods.
Please let us know. We want to share that on the show. So that viral TikTok, like I said, it has 4 million likes. And other women went to the comment section with their own horror stories. One woman described being ditched by her boyfriend in the Grand Canyon.
Oh, shit.
And some stranger she didn't know from Norway assisted her for the 12-hour trek out.
Oh, my God.
Because she wasn't, prepared enough to do that on her own and was relying on her boyfriend who was more experienced.
Oh, what an asshole.
Another woman shared getting lost in the woods after her boyfriend left her. She wisely blocked his number.
Was that one a fight? Do you remember? Or was that...
It didn't say.
Okay.
So
even the fight for when you're back and safe, terra firma.
Right. But often the fight is erupting because the man is frustrated.
Oh, for not keeping
that she's not keeping pace, and he has his own. It's like this. I have this goal in mind, in my head, and you're not keeping up with it.
Yeah.
Or other things. I mean, fights can break out anywhere.
Right.
Boy, don't I know it. Even if not without the intention to hurt your partner, like if you're not intending to hurt your partner, Garen, you should know that leaving behind someone less experienced than you on a mountain range, like the Alps.
Oh, I'm the less experienced one. I would be left.
Maybe not in this situation, Garen. Maybe you're going to get really good at mountain hiking. Temperatures can often fall below zero.
Yikes.
And the weather changes unexpectedly. This can lead to severe consequences, clearly. Okay. So here's the general definition of an Alpine divorce if you haven't got it in your head enough. It refers to the act of abandoning a romantic partner in a remote or otherwise dangerous environment, effectively leaving them for dead.
Jesus.
I saw it referred to as a dating trend.
Oh,
which I found alarming. Like, it's really popular right now, putting women in danger.
That never goes out of style.
No, exactly. That's literally what I have next.
Oh, sorry.
No.
Stepped on your bit.
You didn't. It's perfect. It's always existed. We just gave it a cool name.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a new trend. It's just something we found a name for. So Climbing Magazine, they actually posited that there's two kinds of Alpine divorce. The writer says, like, I have this idea that there's the intentional and explicitly criminal variety where someone's like, I'm going to take my partner into the mountains with the clear intent that I'm going to hurt them.
Right.
There was this case in Hawaii. I just read about it. I don't have it in my notes, but a man and his wife went on a hike in Hawaii. I think he was a perhaps a doctor, and she was maybe having an affair. He was accusing her of having an affair.
Okay.
I don't know if she actually was. And they were at a cliff's edge, and he was like, basically, I'm sick of your bullshit, and tried to push her off the cliff. She hung on to some bushes nearby, and he pulls out a syringe and is going to stab her, I think, in the neck with it. She knocks it out of his hand. So then he picks up a rock, starts hitting her in the head with it, and she's screaming out, and somebody else hears them because he thinks he's in this remote location, but there are other people hiking there. They come along, save her, so she's saved. And he's claiming in court, hey, we were fighting. She was trying to kill me. That was all self-defense. But apparently he called their son, who's 20, and is after the attack happened and said, oh, I just tried to kill your mom.
Yeah, that's all I saw was that the woman survived. The son knows. I didn't know about the syringe. How does he explain the syringe?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It was self-defense, but like I happen to have this drug, poison in my pocket.
I had poison in my pocket.
I always carry poison in my pocket.
Why did he call his son and say, I tried to kill your mother?
Like, that's a bad idea.
Boundaries. Come on.
There's also the more common, but I think this is actually more insidious form, in which a climber or hiker takes a less experienced partner to the mountains and ends up causing their death by making careless, ignorant, and sometimes emotionally motivated errors. And not always their death. It also might just be trauma for life.
Yes.
Often it's not their death. I mean, it's rarely their death. It's usually just like you've screwed this person up for trusting men forever. Also, I don't want to say not always men, but I've never found another instance.
Always Alpine men.
Always Alpine men.
Hashtag always Alpine men.
So let's be clear. Many of these women describe having some level of dependence on their partner when it comes to nature.
Okay.
So he's clearly...
So fuck them?
No, that's not what I mean at all. It's that he's more of the expert in this situation. Yeah. Like they're not carrying the right supplies. They're not as familiar with the terrain. There's some level of vulnerability.
Yeah.
Okay. So one problem is that the culture of the outdoors has this ethos of pushing your limits. This is where what I'm getting into is this idea of why?
Right.
Okay. Pushing your limits, pushing through the pain, endurance. This is this culture of the outdoors, right? And then we pair that with this resurgence of hypermasculinity.
Yes.
The documentary of
Manosphere.
Louis Theroux that just you watched the other night, right? The Manosphere. Or think of like Timothy Treadwell. Did you guys watch Grizzly Man?
Yes, a million years ago.
Or Christopher McCandless, the Into the Wild guy. Like this idea of like, I'm going to conquer nature.
Right.
So Dori Jacob, a New York-based therapist who specializes in relationship patterns, talks about this emphasis on strength, independence, and stoicism. And it's embedded in the way males are taught to prioritize character strengths, character traits. Masculinity seems to play a role in how Alpine divorce manifests in real life. She goes on to say, I can't see how leaving someone in a highly unsafe position wouldn't qualify as an abusive dynamic.
Yeah, really.
Especially if the man is aware to some degree that that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to go out on a limb and say these men are probably not amazing off the mountain either. Like, there's probably some of these dynamics happening
right.
Generally, you know. So here's a little story from a woman named Naomi. She's an educator and a member of the Wine Hiking Society.
Oh, that sounds dangerous.
And fun. But also, those things might not mix together well. Broken ankles much.
Right.
So it's an organization for women that promotes outdoor exploration and socialization. So she wasn't surprised when she saw this stuff happening on TikTok. She was like, this feels like another kind of Me Too story. And she was like, of course this happens. So about 20 years ago, she was on Deseret Peak, which is 11,036 feet. So it's up there, I guess. I don't know.
It sounds like a lot.
It sounds high. This is close to her home in Salt Lake City with two friends, another woman, and a man who she had a close but not romantic relationship with.
Okay.
On the way up, she starts to feel like not so good. She's like, I don't know, this maybe is altitude sickness. I don't know. I'm just not feeling so good. She's not sure. But the man, he's like, well, I want to reach every peak in every county in Utah, so bye. And he and the other woman leave her.
He and the other woman leave her?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So she's like
Is she by herself?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And it's not a thing where they're going to come back. Like, it's a loop. She's not going to see them again. They just leave her. And so she's describing basically getting on her hands and knees at some points because she's struggling so much.
Jesus Christ.
So she continues to go on hikes with him.
What?
But then realizes like every bad thing that's happened to her outside in nature, he's the common denominator.
Okay.
She's like, I'm in these sketchy situations. They're outside my comfort zone. And there he is. So, she stopped hiking with him.
Yeah.
And sort of, then she saw, a few years ago, she's hiking in Arches National Park in Utah when her group noticed a woman lying on the ground in distress. The woman told them she suffered from severe vertigo. And her date had gone to retrieve his camera after she accidentally dropped it in the bowl near Delicate Arch. There was no way she was going to get out by herself. And we hiked with her back down to the trailhead. On the way, we learned she was on a second or third date with a man.
Oh, no.
We were like, oh, so this might be the last date, huh? I can't tell you how many times I have been hiking, like with my family, because we hike a lot, and seen couples who I am sure are on their first date, where the guy's in hiking clothes and the woman is in a cute outfit and like little kitten heels.
Oh, yeah, you
or
said
just
this.
the inappropriate
It's so
clothes.
weird.
And I'm like, what is this? Did he not tell her?
Right.
Or did he and she doesn't get it? Like,
Right.
she wants to be cute. Like, I get when you're going on a first date, you want to look really cute.
You can look cute in tennies.
But like, is he also not giving her the right information? Is he saying, we're just going to go for a walk, or I want to take you to my favorite places? Is it a surprise? Like,
I would feel so tempted to just ask them, how did this happen?
because it's like, you can't hike down here. You don't have sun protection. You don't have water. You don't have the right shoes. This is actually dangerous.
Yeah.
And I go in my head, oh, this is not good what's happening.
Yeah.
The phrase Alpine divorce comes from an 1893 short story by the Scottish-Canadian writer Robert Barr about an unhappily married couple who spends a weekend away in the Alps. I want to read the story. Story so bad. The husband had planned to push his wife off the summit during a hike, but in an O. Henry-esque twist, the wife tells him she has framed him for murder. And I'm not going to tell you the end.
Okay.
Because I think we should read it. It sounds so fun.
Put that in the newsletter.
It has a twist ending. Okay. With that being said, many Alpine divorces aren't happening because the man has ill intentions, or so it seems. Often the man thinks he's doing the right thing, like leaving his partner for help.
Yes.
Or
I can see that.
He's impatient and he's hung up on his own goals and he isn't communicating well with his partner.
He needs to get his camera back.
Yeah. So I think this is interesting. Okay, so David Webb, editor-in-chief of Canada's Explore magazine, he says he would never leave anyone behind in the wilderness. If you invite someone on a hike, you're basically acting as their de facto guide.
Okay.
Would a guide just storm off on their clients? Of course not. The guide moves at the pace of the slowest member always.
Yeah.
Then he shares a story. I thought this was great that he shares this story about a hike he took years ago with his wife. He says it wasn't that great of a trail, and it becomes a trudge, and he's forging on. He's like figuring in his head, since the hike was so bad, they might as well get to the viewpoint to make it worthwhile. She's not loving it, he says. And he's like, I came to a realization that our expectations were totally different for the day.
Sure.
My goal was to go on a mission, and she just wanted to be outside, getting fresh air and exercise, and wouldn't have cared if we turned around. I was a little bit guilty of dragging her on a mission that I hadn't really communicated about. But like that comes in hindsight.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
like both of them were guilty of like him not just going, I really want to get up there, and her
Right.
not saying, can we not?
Right.
Like that takes, I think, kind of years of being together to
Yeah.
feel that sort of free with each other.
Yeah.
Which, I mean,
That's what Jimmy and I did when we went to see The Bride. We were like,
you were both unhappy, but neither one
he was
communicated.
like, do you want to go? And I said, I gotta see how this shit ends.
Okay.
So we did communicate because we've been together long enough.
Yes. But I mean, Sven and I now are pretty good about that kind of stuff. But I think for probably the first 10 years, we weren't.
Yeah.
It took us a long time
Yeah.
for me to feel like I don't care,
Right.
and for him to also get better about it. Like
Right.
we both got better about just being like, this is what I need.
It is hard.
It's hard.
Because you're trying not to upset the other person. You're trying not to be selfish or what you might perceive as selfish. Yeah.
You try to be good, or you try not to hurt the other person.
Yeah.
You try to compromise, and then you're like, I can't do that anymore. It's too hard.
Yeah.
This is me.
Yeah.
I can't go on this hike anymore. So they, this therapist, this avid backpacker, climber, surfer, and skier, Daniel Doin. He's a writer and marriage family therapist. So he talks about how much he and his wife like to hike together, but they compromise and hike differently. And he says most people realize this is an issue in hindsight. I don't think it's very common to hear, I blew off my romantic partner in the mountains so that I could run all the way up to this peak. It devastated them and wrecked our relationship, but I'm so glad I did it because I got to the top faster.
Right.
I think it's good to keep in mind that with the benefit of hindsight, the narrative is almost exclusively, God, I was a jerk and I really wish I hadn't have done that. I hope.
Yes.
I hope I hope that's the truth. Okay. So how to survive an Alpine divorce?
Yes.
Let's get to that, right? Do you want the tips?
Of course.
All right. I'm going to give you some tips. If faced with abandonment on the mountain, professional guides and rescuers in the Alps suggest calling for help immediately. Okay? So if you're afraid, go down with someone else or call mountain rescue. Okay? It's better to call and it turns out that you didn't need it than to not call and then you do need it, but it's too late.
Because you could think that you're on a path, like, oh, I'm on a path. I'll just reverse what I just did. But there can be twists and turns on the path and you might not be going down the way you think you are. Right.
When in doubt, make the call.
Yeah.
Right? Don't be like, oh, I don't want to be a bother. Like, you don't want to be dead. If a partner abandons you while you're hiking together, don't ever hike with them again. Don't have coffee with them. Like, that's just, you're done.
Don't return their texts.
Yeah. Okay, so a lot of this advice is coming from a climbing magazine. So I would say just take this advice to any situation, whether you're, in the ice fjords. I don't know what they're called in Iceland. Like, it doesn't have to specifically be a rappelling situation, but I think it can apply to anything. If you've never climbed at high altitude, don't try it for the first time in winter.
Oh, God.
Right?
Jeez.
So that means, like, when it comes to the difficulty of your objective, don't take your partner's word for it. So look up the route yourself. You know?
That seems like a lot of work.
Because they might seem more experienced, but where did they get their experience? YouTube? Post questions in an online forum. Assess whether you've done enough similar climbing to take on what your partner is proposing. You know what I'd say that is? It's an assess the situation.
Oh, damn. It sure is.
Is that a tier?
It is a tier.
And if you get it, you can hear all the extra stuff we talked about in this episode that you are missing out on right now. Give yourself plenty of time to get down before dark or bad weather.
Well, yes.
And if you should know that too, right?
Yeah.
Be informed.
Yeah, it's kind of like when someone else drives and you park somewhere and you don't pay any attention to where they've parked.
All the time.
I could see myself just being like, yeah, I'm sure they'll get me back down before it's dark.
If you're with me, I will.
Right, but
Danielle.
if you're with someone who you don't know that well, maybe.
Make sure you have the right equipment. So don't
Backpack full of
just of course you need a backpack full of rocks.
Oh, yeah.
It's also another tier. You get to come to our quiz
Oh, yeah.
next month.
Shit.
We got to do
Oh,
one.
God, okay.
We get to do one.
It's not that. It's just...
I know.
It's just the...
Overwhelm.
Yes.
We'll talk about it after the show.
Okay.
We'll figure out when the
Okay.
next one's going to be. Danielle's like, uh-oh.
my calendar.
If your partner must leave you to seek help, ensure you're in the best possible spot. Try to find a spot sheltered from the wind or elements and deploy a bivy or emergency blankets for additional protection and warmth. If you're hiking, you should have one of those warm not metal. What are those?
Foil
blankets. I don't have one, and we hike a lot. We should get one.
Oh, boy.
Be critical of your partner's skills and experience, just in general.
Just point out shit they're doing wrong.
Yeah, just like it doesn't seem like you know what you're doing.
My last boyfriend knew how to hike a lot better. Just saying.
Yes, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah, being critical.
It seems like you don't really know how to use the remote.
Yeah.
Just if they're putting on a show.
Right.
What do you think of that, Karen? Good advice?
Yeah, definitely.
Consider the size of your partner's experience against the size of the challenge they're proposing.
You know, sometimes those remotes get really complicated.
They do.
There's a lot of buttons.
Have you ever been to an Airbnb and tried to use the remote? Fucking hell.
Shit. But also, there's like 5 pages explaining it, and that somehow doesn't make it
No,
easier.
and there's like
It's just
6
more
remotes
intimidating.
just sitting
Yeah.
there like going, do you really want to watch something?
Right.
Or do you want to just do that puzzle?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
that's
like,
definitely happened.
I think
to
it's
me.
going to be the puzzle. Okay. Lots of questions. Do your own research. I've already established this. Ask them and don't be afraid to challenge your prospective partner's answers. Like if your partner's getting defensive when you're asking them questions about like, hey, are you sure this is the right climbing gear? And they're getting like real attitude with you. That's the red flag.
Right. Did you pack a red flag?
Yeah. And also, yes, pack a red flag.
Pack a red flag so you can wave it.
Look out for red flags that your partner is incompetent or has bad intentions.
Oh, shit.
Have they sandbagged you? I think that's when they throw actual sandbags.
Yeah,
at you,
it sounds
right?
like it. Like that guy with he had a needle. He had
Yes.
sandbags.
Do they carry a syringe in their pocket?
Oh my god!
That's a red flag.
Honey, where is my syringe?
I would just be so worried that as I'm walking, the syringe is going to get me
Yes.
in my pocket.
Yes.
I guess there's a cap on it.
That's again, like I can't understand anybody carrying a gun.
Right.
I constant, like when they have it, even when I watch a show and I see somebody that has a gun in their belt.
Oh, when they put it in their waistband?
I'm always like, you're going to shoot your butt off.
Absolutely. I never
Or your
understand
dick.
that.
I can't handle it. It makes me so stressed. Have they gotten in you before? Have they gotten you in over your head on an adventure before and on purpose?
Nope.
I can't tell you how many times, it's more than 2, with my ex that we would go on these trips and he was always ill prepared.
You mean a hiking trip or something
Like
else?
we would go, we were always almost running out of gas on major trips. We would travel and then he'd be like, we're just going to don't tell your mom, but we're just going to sleep in the car.
Oh.
And I remember going to, we went on a cross country trip and we were going to stay at the Grand Canyon, but we didn't have the right warmth of tents.
Oh.
And
He just wasn't prepared.
he was never prepared. And I also I think I was much more I was definitely identified as a feminist back then, but I was much more like men figure the things out and I just let them.
Right.
Like they know how to plan and I just am here. I wasn't as questioning, I think, as I would be now. But also it would be like, why don't we have the right sleeping? It's freezing at night in the Grand Canyon. Like, why are we in these sleeping bags? He was also young too.
Right.
So it's not fair of me to be like, you're the man and you should have had everything down.
Right.
Like that was my bad as well for not being like, I'm not sleeping in the Grand
Neither
Canyon.
of you were really
Neither
through.
of us had it together, but just thinking about him being more experienced, but also not taking care of the situation.
Yeah.
Guys, me too. That's a joke. Okay. Do they include you in decision making or ignore your input? If they don't respect your opinion, don't partner up with them in the mountains. Be resilient. Don't ever fully rely on your partner for safety. Bring your own satellite communications device.
Oh, okay.
Our phones work like that now. When there's if you're equipped with a newer iPhone, if you lose Wi-Fi, they can operate as a satellite device.
So you can call emergency. Is that what you mean?
I think that's what that means. I mean, good luck getting a hold of emergency because I think everybody's going to be trying to get a hold of emergency in the event of this. No, in this situation, I was thinking of a major catastrophe. But yes, if you're out in the wild, tell someone else where you're going. When you expect to return. Pack your own bivy gear. Use your own map and mapping app. Know the route in advance. Don't rely on this other person to just know the map. You also know the map. Okay? Pay attention to your surroundings and the skies. Again, like when you're going somewhere, often I don't know how I got there because Sven's driving and so I just don't pay attention.
Right.
I got to stop doing that. Don't let romance blur your reality.
Ladies.
Yeah, don't get distracted by those pecs.
Yeah.
Perhaps you're trying to impress your newish paramour. Maybe you're embarrassed to admit because it's someone you just started dating that you're struggling over there.
Right.
This is the story of Thomas P. of Austria. He has been found guilty of gross negligence, manslaughter over the death of his girlfriend, whom he left behind on Austria's highest peak after they got into difficulty on their climb. He was handed a 5-month suspended sentence and fined €9,400, for causing the death of Kristine G. in January 2025 by gross negligence, an offense that carries a maximum prison term of 3 years.
Okay.
So there was a lengthy court hearing in Western Austria. It drew worldwide attention from the mountaineering community in an extremely rare case of a prosecution over a climbing incident. Thomas P., a chef from Salzburg, had pleaded not guilty and told the court he was endlessly sorry for his girlfriend's death. His lawyer described the death of the 33-year-old woman as a tragic accident. The court heard that after a grueling day of climbing in freezing conditions in January 2025, during which the pair had fallen well behind schedule, Kristine G. was exhausted, suffering from hypothermia, and lacked the strength to continue. They were about 50 meters below the summit of Großglockner Mountain when night fell. Thomas P. said the situation had been very stressful. He said he had left Kristine G. on a ridge exposed to strong winds when he went to seek help.
Okay.
This is what he's saying.
Okay.
He told the court he could not explain why he had failed to wrap her in the emergency blanket she was carrying or place her in a bivouac bag. When her body was later recovered, the items were found in her rucksack.
Oh, shit.
I'll tell you something alarming, too, about what they found when they found her. Giving evidence, a police officer on duty that night who had called Thomas P. on his mobile at 12:35 a.m. after a helicopter had set off to monitor the couple 2 hours earlier amid concerns for their safety, said the defendant had told him, "We don't need anything."
Wait, what?
Everything's fine.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, read that last sentence again about the helicopter.
Okay, a police officer on duty that night who had called Thomas P. on his mobile at 12:35 a.m. after a helicopter had set off to monitor the couple 2 hours earlier amid concerns for their safety, said the defendant had told him, "We don't need anything. Everything's fine."
Okay, this isn't looking good.
The officer had advised Thomas P. that the couple should keep moving. The discussion had ended abruptly. The officer attempted to call him twice more and to find out if the pair needed help and sent text messages but had received no reply. Later, conditions became too dangerous for the helicopter to attempt a rescue. The prosecutor, Johann Frischmann, accused the defendant of failing to live up to his de facto role as leader of the tour due to him being the more experienced climber.
Okay.
One expert witness referred to the defendant's social media posts, including details of his previous feats, as one of the pieces of evidence that Thomas P. was a better mountaineer than his girlfriend.
Okay.
The mistakes made, the court heard, included failing to recognize that Kristine G. was wearing the wrong type of footwear for the terrain, neglecting to adequately take into account the weather conditions for that time of year, and failing to turn back earlier given the conditions. Prosecutors based key parts of their accusations on an expert report which analyzed the data from both climbers' smartwatches, which documented a clear decline in their physical performances. This was evident even before the police helicopter had flown over at about 10 p.m. The defendant had failed to call emergency services in time and reacted too late to rescue attempts, they said. The court was filled with journalists, local people, and representatives of the mountain emergency response organizations from Austria and elsewhere. A former girlfriend called as a witness testified that she had also climbed the Großglockner with Thomas P. in 2023. She said he had abandoned her on the route at night after her head torch ran out of battery, leaving her distressed. So that was the last mountain expedition we undertook together, she said.
Whoa.
At night, on a freezing mountain with no light, he left her. Okay?
Uh-huh.
The court was shown webcam footage of Thomas P. and Kristine G. ascending the mountain, as well as Thomas P. descending alone. The beam of his torch lit up bright against the snowy mountainside. Judge Hofer, presiding, an experienced mountaineer who is active as a mountain and air rescuer, although he said this had no bearing on the case, ruled that the defendant had been negligent in failing to recognize that Kristine G. would be unable to complete the climb well before the couple ran into difficulty.
Okay.
"I do not see you as a murderer. I do not see you as cold-hearted." "I do," he told Thomas P. while delivering the verdict, accepting that the defendant had gone to fetch help. However, he said that because Thomas P. was galaxies more proficient as a mountaineer than his girlfriend, and because she had placed herself in his care, he bore responsibility for her death. He told Thomas P. that with his Alpine experience, he should have recognized that his girlfriend's abilities were far from sufficient. Hofer questioned Thomas P. in detail as to why he had decided to leave Kristine G just below the summit. Thomas P. said he had himself been suffering from hypothermia and exhaustion at that time, suggesting an impairment in his ability to judge the situation. He told the court he had secured his girlfriend to a rock with a sling. He had intended to lie down next to her, but she had screamed at him, "Go now, go!" He said, in doing so, she had saved my life.
Okay.
Hoffer said he found this version of events hard to believe. The court was then shown a photograph of Kristine G as she was found by rescue workers the following day, hanging from a rock face, her feet dangling. She was upside down.
What?
Her crampons loosened. The court heard she had probably fallen. A forensic doctor who had examined Kristine G after her death told the court she had died of hypothermia, listing the typical physical signs associated with that. The doctor added that she had found evidence that the woman was suffering from viral pneumonia and had taken ibuprofen.
Oh, which made her blood thin?
She said it was hard to assess whether this may have affected her performance and led to a sudden and unexpected decline in her physical state. Kurt Jelinek, the lawyer acting for Thomas P., rejected the premise that his client had been the more experienced climber and therefore the de facto leader, saying he had no mountaineering qualifications, but rather had garnered his knowledge from videos and other sources, and that the couple had acted on a level playing field. Except he had done it before.
Says he's done it before.
That immediately means you're more experienced.
Yeah. This is, I think, kind of nuts. Kristine G's mother, Gertrude G., agreed, saying her daughter would not have gone along blindly with her boyfriend. Kristine G. was repeatedly described to the court as having been in excellent physical health and strong-willed. The defendant referred to other challenging climbs they had undertaken together, including the south face of the Dachstein, the Steiner Weg, and the Waltzmann East face, known as the Salzberger Weg. Jelinek also took issue with what he referred to as Thomas B.'s trial by media before the court case, saying he had already suffered enough, having lost his beloved girlfriend. Hoffer said he had taken all this into account in his verdict, emphasized that he had not been influenced by the media coverage. The defendant asked the court for time to consider his options. It is believed he may appeal. As a result, the verdict is not yet legally binding. So that is the major Alpine divorce case in which she died.
So why didn't he call for help?
I think, let me see if I can find this. He did, and then weirdly said, "We're fine."
No, that was at 10 o'clock. They called him, you said.
I think though he called them. I think the original call was coming from their phone.
So why did he call if he didn't need help?
I think that.
Well, the helicopter left at 10, and then the cop called him at 12:30 or something.
No, the police called around 10.
Let me see
when the helicopter.
Let me
was
see
up
if I
there.
can find that information. But I do want to read really.
So, but there's no speculation that he was trying to kill her, right?
I want to read to you the testimony from the ex-girlfriend. Real quick.
Okay.
I have the
Okay.
actual testimony.
Okay.
It's not long. There was a comment in another article saying that her body seemed, the way it was presented seemed suspicious.
Okay.
But it didn't seem.
She was hanging upside down and didn't fall? Like she was hanging upside down off the cliff?
Yeah. Like if the wind would have blown a certain way, she would have gone off the cliff face.
But she was attached to the
Yeah,
thing,
but
right?
I think that it could have, a strong enough wind would have.
Oh, so they did find a rope attaching her to a rock? Like there was a rope there?
Apparently.
Okay.
But this wasn't a hike. They were climbing.
They're climbing.
Right?
They have
So
crampons on. But I don't know if they're climbing, free climbing or rope climbing.
Right.
You know how
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like you
Yeah.
have crampons on, but they could. I'm not clear.
Okay.
I'll see if in What Did We Learn I can find out if they called first. Okay, so this is Judge questioning Andrea B. That's the ex-girlfriend. How conscientious was Thomas P. in preparing the tours? This is witness, Andrea B. They were all tours he had already done himself. Okay, we'll do this one now, he would say. He did take care of things, but he tends to get grumpy. Judge, was there a situation when he left you behind alone? Witness, yes, when we did the Glockner Traverse. The mood was bad. We descended overnight. I wanted to go straight down. He wanted to go via the Studelhout. I'm definitely botching that. He was grumpy. I was at the end of my strength. Apparently I was too slow for him, and suddenly he was gone. It was the middle of the night. I was completely alone. My headlamp went out. I felt dizzy. I bawled and screamed. I was all alone. He had gone ahead to the Lucknerhut. That was also our last mountain tour. Judge, I can well imagine that. Had there been a similar situation before? Witness, not to that extent, but there were things like that. If I was slow or clumsy, he would get grumpy and tell me not to make a fuss.
Oh.
I definitely said that I wanted to do it. I was aware of what I was getting myself into.
Okay.
Judge, had it previously been a topic of conversation that he left you behind on the mountains? Witness, there were people who said you should definitely tell the police about that.
Oh.
So,
it doesn't sound like it's intentional. It just sounds like he's an asshole.
yes, it doesn't sound like he's like,
He's not luring women up there to leave them for dead.
it doesn't seem like it, but he's just a terrible person.
But like,
that doesn't make you not liable though.
right, I get that.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Right, I'm just trying to figure out his mindset. I was just trying to figure out what was his mindset. Why didn't he put a
toxic masculinity.
blanket around her? Why didn't he?
Yeah. Thinking of his own survival.
Well, that was fascinating.
So that's an Alpine divorce.
Wow.
Don't get yourself in those situations. But if you've been in one, we'd love to hear your
Yes,
story.
definitely. Let us know.
Let us know if you've ever been in one. And why don't we take a break? What do you say?
We'll be back right after this.
Oh, welcome back.
Oh, hello.
How was your break?
It was fine. What do
Yeah.
you think I did?
I couldn't guess. How could I guess?
Just take a stab.
Thinking you tinkled.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm saying tinkled now.
I don't even think I said that to my son.
I know. I said.
Did you
see? I saw you saw Anne, right? Your Tinkle sisters, and then I hated myself.
Yeah, I don't think I ever used that expression with did you use that with your kids?
No. I said you take a piss, kid.
Did you drain the hose?
Drop some kids off at the pool.
Did you see a man about a horse? Did you use euphemisms for body parts?
No.
Me neither.
No.
I always said pussy and cock.
What a good mom.
I know. I'm
Get
the
'em right.
best.
You said slot, didn't you? Oh my God. All right.
Yes,
Anyway.
yes. Anyway, with that, about the first half of the show,
Alex, clean your slot.
we talked about how to survive an Alpine divorce.
An Alpine divorce?
And now we're going to talk about how to survive. Oh, how did I? Wait, I already forgot how I tied these two together.
Oh shit.
How to survive. Doing the deed. Doing the deed. Alpine
So
divorce and doing the deed.
Oh, because they both have a D in them?
Yeah.
Is that where we're at now?
Listen, no, it was better the other way.
233
Listen,
episodes. There's
The
only
other
so
way,
many.
I had it, this is good. The other way, the other way I had it was your last hike and your first time.
Oh, I think that's
Better.
That's much better.
It's much better, but terrible for search engine optimization.
oh, SEO.
That's how I talk these days. It's just
Yeah.
SEO.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
only talking in SEO.
Right.
Only talking in Googleable search terms.
Yes.
Speaking of Googleable,
Yes.
our guest, Anne Gregory,
Hi.
you just want to Google her all day long.
Yeah.
No, you don't. There's another Anne Gregory who has a bridal shop. I think it's in Philly. Just FYI. Shout out to that, Anne.
Hey, Anne.
Sister.
Love your
Does
dresses.
Does she have an E?
Yeah.
Do you have an E?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but does she have a new...
Oh, you hate Anne's with E's, Garen? What's this?
I have an
oh,
Anne.
gosh.
No, I'm just
I'm
because
an Anne
it's the
with
same. It's the same.
Oh,
name.
yeah.
I'm
People
also
are
an
going
Anne
to come
with
here
an
for
E.
bridal advice.
Oh,
and
I
we're not
know.
gonna
I
have
know
it.
nothing about bridal advice. I'm just a fool.
Your
Yeah.
middle name is Anne with
Yes,
an E. My
Anne with
mom's
an E.
middle name was Anne no E.
Oh, okay.
Well, she can't be in our club.
Maybe it's like a waspy thing to have an E at the end.
I mean, I was Wask, though, so I don't know. I'm not sure.
not wasp, but wask.
Yeah, Wask.
Well, maybe it's a Gentile
What's
thing.
WASC mean?
I mean, I don't know if that's actually a thing. Catholic.
Catholic.
I'm nowhere near anything waspy.
I meant Gentile.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you something. Everybody should watch WASC Anne's new mockumentary.
Thank you.
Being Open.
Yes. It is a mockumentary series with me and Dave Tooney, who is on St. Denis Medical right now.
Oh.
And
Funny show.
It's about a married couple, Hans and Margaret, who decide to open their marriage because of their different sexual and birding wants.
Okay. Is it just you two?
Yeah. Well, no, we have side characters that come on in, and it's about he does not want to have sex anymore. He thinks it's gross. He wants to bird. I think that's gross. So we both start
bird?
Like birding?
Birding. He
Studying
loves to go
birds.
studying birds,
Oh,
go
I
walking.
thought
and
it was
bird.
a sexual thing I was
It's
missing
not.
out on.
No,
Okay.
it's the opposite. The
Yeah,
opposite.
it's
So
the thing
it's
Chris keeps trying to tell me I'm going to get into.
Oh, yeah.
someday.
Yeah. I mean,
I
you
will.
turn 40 and you become a birder, and I did. And
you did, really?
Yeah. And it's really, truly the least sexual thing you can do.
I agree.
And so it was from that we started this, and he goes on like completely platonic birding dates with a bunch of comedians, and I go on dates with people, and it's just
And
pure
where can we
silliness.
find this?
You can find it on TikTok
Oh.
and on Instagram.
Okay. So
And
I'm,
YouTube.
I'm old.
Yes.
So how long are these then if they're on TikTok and Instagram?
Like a minute and a half each episode.
Wow,
So
okay.
super, super short little verticals. Yeah. It's really,
I
really fun.
see.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah.
Well, I will look at being open to being open.
And directed by the wonderful Rachel Drummond, who also comes in as a character, by the way. I want to give her a shout out.
Cool.
Also, we can see you on our TVs in lots of commercials.
Lots of commercials.
Oh, what
I'm a
commercial are you in?
corporate shill. Right now I'm in a ZOC doc and a Navy Federal, and I'm in, what else?
saw you
Walmart.
Saw you in a sneezing one where you're real sick.
That was the ZOC doc.
That's the Zach.
What is
yeah.
ZocDoc? Is
It's
that an
like-
online medical thing or something?
Yeah. I'm a corporate chill, and it's if you to find in-network doctors. So like it's like an app to find in-network doctors.
That's actually pretty brilliant.
Yeah. Well,
Considering how
hey
hard it is.
ZocDoc, send me another check, baby.
By the way,
Yeah.
you can also find Anne in a previous episode of ours because
Yes.
this is her second time on the
Yes.
show.
And that had to do with vaginas, and this has to do with vaginas. And my web series tangentially has to do with vaginas, but it's the least sexual open marriage mockumentary that you'll ever see.
You love
Okay.
vaginas.
I
To talk about them.
I love to talk about vaginas.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't?
But you call them
I call them pussy slots.
right. Yeah.
Double down.
Let's talk about you.
Okay, so I survived.
Yeah, you survived.
So we were talking about a little bit about the Pitt. So I survived losing my virginity in the ER.
Oh, what?
Whoa.
Yes. So, hey, it was
That's quite a statement.
Thank you, and I'll explain.
So many questions. Okay.
Yeah, please. So I was a freshman in college, and I was in a musical. Speaking of art students,
What musical?
It was like it was made at the college. It
Oh,
was
okay.
for
Was it
this thing
original?
called Gaieties, and it was like my college against Berkeley, and they So, anyways, it was like a musical review, and I played a Berkeley baddie, and it was the dress rehearsal, and I had terrible lower abdomen pains that were growing and growing and growing, and I left the rehearsal early, went back to my dorm room, and my roommate. Elise, she was like, "You have to go to the ER. This is an appendix bursting. My best friend almost died from this. Like, listen to your body and
Right.
go." So we
Put on a weight vest.
put a weighted vest for my osteopenia. Like
Right.
I was like looking 25 years in
Yeah.
the future,
Yeah.
and I was like, I'm
As
gonna
we
get
all are.
this. So I went to the ER. It was a full moon, so it's like it's a thing. Like on full moons, I guess the ER is more full.
Oh, okay.
Like you talk to any ER doctor.
Yeah,
it
I've
was a
heard that, I think.
It was a crazy day at the ER. And there are people with like gunshot wounds, heart attacks, all sorts of things, like traffic things. And then there's me with my lower
It
abdomen.
looked
pain.
like the
And
Pitt waiting room.
it looked like the Pitt waiting room, except a little more bougie from, this was Stanford Medical Center.
Okay,
So it was
okay.
a little bougie. But still, like, there's surrounding areas, and it's the best hospital, so everyone's there. And so they put me, I go, and they're like, well, this looks like it is appendicitis. But the thing about appendicitis is it gets worse and worse and worse. That's really how they tell, the biggest way to tell.
Okay.
Okay,
But
so
they're
they just have you
also-
wait.
They have you wait for a second, but they're also like, you are a freshman in college.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, you're probably pregnant. That's what they always say. That's the joke. It's like they just give you like, pee on the stick, please.
Right.
And I peed on the
it's
stick.
either the freshman 15 or
the freshman
you're
15.
pregnant. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, like beyond that. I used to be a runner before, and then I was like, I'm not a runner anymore. It was like the freshman 25. And I, probably not 2 months into college yet. But
Oh, wait. Was this 2 months into college?
2 months into college.
In your freshman year?
Freshman year.
Oh, my God. You
away
poor
from
thing.
home.
You were so scared.
Away from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Elise is there with me, though.
Oh, okay,
wonderful.
good.
Shout out to Elise in
for Elise.
Seattle, Washington. She for being there. And so anyways, I'm not pregnant. But they're like, well, it could also be a problem with your uterus and something down there. So while we're waiting, because the pain's getting worse and worse, we're going to give you a pap smear. And now I have not had one yet at this stage.
You're just a little baby.
What?
You're just a little baby.
I'm a little baby. I'm a whole little baby. So.
It's so weird to give a baby a pap smear.
Yeah, so this is a teaching hospital,
wildly
like the Pitt.
inappropriate. Okay.
This is it, and imagine Ogilvy.
Yeah, by the way, just read, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, no, please.
I just saw a little TikTok
Yeah.
about some guy saying, this is the most annoying character on the Pit. And
Yeah.
there's a reason, because Ogilvy, the name Ogilvy,
Yeah.
is Ogilvy's the tall guy with
Yes.
the
Yeah.
the guy who's going to be bald
Yeah.
next year.
Jesus! Wow, savage.
You could just tell.
Yeah.
Ogilvy syndrome is something about like shit being caught up in you. It's like you're full of literally full of shit or something.
Oh.
And there's one other thing. Maybe
Like
we can
severe constipation?
I don't know. It's something bad, and it's like, and the guy was like, they did not name him accidentally.
Okay, got
So
it.
it's kind of funny.
Okay, so imagine Ogilvy, though.
Okay.
He's full of shit.
Yeah.
Never actually given a pap smear. But they're so busy with actual people who are like dying.
Yeah, they're like,
You're
you're on.
the attending is like not with me.
Okay.
This is like, we've got a student giving a pap smear. So he uses the biggest, what are they called? The
Forceps?
Yeah.
Or
the clamp
thing,
that
yeah.
opens you up.
the biggest things you've ever seen.
Salad forks.
Salad forks.
What did you say?
He used
Like
salad
speculum or
tongs.
Speculum.
Oh, speculum.
The man
From
got
Gary,
there.
who's
Thank
never
you.
had one.
Look,
Thank you.
We're like, tongs? What?
I watch a
Thank
lot
you.
of Grey's Anatomy.
Yes,
okay?
yes. Okay. So he puts chopsticks. No.
Which is, and he just did it with one hand for some reason. Just show off.
The dexterity was amazing.
It's amazing.
But no, he puts them in there, and it just there's no easing in, and just opens them up like,
Oh my God.
and it is like the elevators opening up in The Shining, just blood everywhere.
Oh, no.
So he breaks my hymen. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so in the sense of
You
like
didn't even get to be on a horse.
No, I know. And I was a gymnast. I was a very terrible gymnast when I was a little girl. But like, no, I never broke my hymen. And it was like princess levels, like that. How they used to do that in like medieval times.
Yes.
They would come in and be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, was she actually a virgin? If there's
Right.
no blood on the sheets, ha 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 ha,
Right.
she wasn't a
Yeah,
virgin."
yeah.
I was like, just like. It was blood. And they were like, oh God. The guy had clearly never given a pap ever before in his life. And now they can't check anything up there. I'm in more pain than when I came in.
But was the
Yeah.
blood just from your hymen breaking?
They think it was. Okay, so, and it was like, and they can't see anything there. They can't check it until they'll have to wait.
Jesus.
So they're waiting.
He probably tore you up.
There was like scar tissue, everything. So they're waiting, and they can't, and they're waiting on an internal ultrasound, but they're waiting for the room for that.
Okay.
And they also want to wait until like I've had some time with the trauma to like be things. So they're going to monitor me.
Did they give you any pain medication?
No,
Why?
I don't know why. Because they wanted to see, I think, if I was in more.
If it gets worse or
It gets
something.
worse.
Okay.
Like that's like, okay, so. They're waiting for that, and I'm in a room, and Elise comes in, and she's like, "Oh my God, what happened?" And she sees all the blood. She's like, "What did I do? I shouldn't have." And I'm like, "It's not your fault, Elise." She's like, "I have to go home. I've got like a midterm tomorrow." And I'm like, "Elise, it's fine. I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be fine. I'll."
Did you know at that point
Yeah.
that that's what had happened? Or like why?
No,
And they
not
didn't
a-
say like, sorry, we tore your hymen. You didn't know that yet.
I didn't know that yet.
didn't know why
the
you
guy
were
was
bleeding.
just so embarrassed and like ran out, and it was
Okay.
clearly like a med student. Okay, so they leave me in this little room, pull the curtain over, and there is a person next to me at like also just like sleeping. okay, so like I'm waiting. I don't have a cell phone now. This is 1999. There's like I don't have a cell phone. I'm just like waiting there trying to sleep. And then a nurse comes in and the guy next to me had died.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
So like I just experienced this.
Yeah.
Then this is like my first dead person dying in front of me.
Oh my God.
And so then he calls the morgue to get him. But it's such a busy day. There's so many people dying that it takes them a while to pick up this person who just died.
So now you're next to a dead body.
Yeah.
Like you can see the dead body?
Oh, yeah. I mean, and I'm
Wow.
like a weirdo, right? So I like peek and the person's like clearly dead. It was like an old person who had just passed away. It takes them forever. The guy finally comes back and he's like, sorry, crazy day. And he has like a Coke in his hand. like he just got a Coke and is like wheeling them down to the morgue. Okay, I'm waiting for this ultrasound. Okay, it's a teaching hospital. They finally, like 4 hours later, have like the room to do this internal ultrasound. And if you've had a baby, you've had an internal ultrasound. And it's like inserting essentially like a tampon wand into there and then they search up there.
Yeah, they scoot around.
Okay. I go into this room and it's a large room and I've healed a little bit. And so they want to make sure I still have the pain. It hasn't increased. It's about at the same level. They say, insert this like a tampon and then I'm going to look. So they do that. Okay. The doctor does that. And I feel okay. As he's doing it, a group of about 6 med students go by.
Oh, God.
And they're like, sorry, we mostly deal with cadavers and bigger people, and you're, a young woman. Can they all look? I didn't know they were all going to get a chance to wave the wand around.
What?
So one by one.
It's like the at Disneyland, the Excalibur, the syrup.
Yes,
that you're trying to pull
everyone's
out.
trying
Everyone
to pull
gets
out.
to try.
Everyone's getting a try.
Yeah.
The kids are waving, like lining up around the block, and it's all these med students just essentially like masturbating me.
Oh my God.
When I had just broken my hymen, experienced a dead body. And thank you, Stanford Medical Center. And they all look and they're like, oh my gosh, your uterus is fine. There's a little scar tissue here. Oh, you broke your hymen. This is like where they're telling me all this stuff. Blah,
You
blah,
did.
blah. What?
They said you broke
Oh,
your
no, not like we. Yeah, no responsibility for
we did
Ogilvy. So, this young dude who just like was like, boom. So they all took that. And then they wheeled me back after that. And I was like, what the? I think like a sleep deprivation. I'm like, why did I say yes? Why did I consent to this? I don't even think consent was in my vocabulary at that time.
Wait, the word wasn't invented
Until then, until 2 years ago. Exactly. So they're wheeling me back in a wheelchair. Like, I'm like, what the hell just happened? As I'm passing, there's also somebody from one of my freshman seminars is in the, like, I'm like in a hospital gown. Sees me, swear to God. They get me cleaned up and they're like, we think we know what you don't have appendicitis. That's the good news. And we're going to talk to a doctor. They're going to have a consultation with you. After all of that, it was just this thing called Mittelschmerz. So
come on, they make a great pretzel, don't they?
Yes, I love the Mittelschmerz.
Love the Mittelschmerz.
You have to get it lightly salted because they really oversalt it. No, Mittelschmerz is essentially ovulation pain, extreme ovulation pain. So I just had extreme ovulation pain. After all of that, so it's like basically, one of your fallopian tubes, sometimes the egg gets stuck there for a second and it causes severe pain. It's almost in the exact same area as the appendix. It can mimic this for other women, young women who are listening. Sometimes that's just Mittelschmerz, but I had like a severe bout of that. And I think it was exacerbated by stress of being a freshman and, and then I think also sleep deprivation and all of these other things, eating crap.
Yeah.
Too many salted pretzels.
Salted pretzels. Got to go with the half salt. Anyways, after that whole ordeal, it was just Mittelschmerz.
So did you continue to get that every month?
Yes. Not as bad. And it was also like one of those things that like, just like you should definitely not take too much Advil most days. But on that day, go ahead. Just take a lot of Advil, drink a lot of water, and get through it.
Heating pad, probably.
Heating pad.
And once you knew it was coming, it probably wasn't as alarming because you knew what it was.
Yes. And before that time, I've had so many crazy things with my period. I like I told you, I got my first, I think the last one was I got my first period at Epcot.
Right. Yes.
And then I became a competitive runner because I hated my period so much. Did I tell you guys that?
I don't remember.
I read an article that if you run too much, you cannot get your period. And I wasn't like actually eating disordered in a way, but in retrospect, I'm like, damn, I kind of was, because I didn't want to get my period. I became a really good fucking runner.
To get rid of your period.
But why didn't you want to get your period?
Because I hated it so much.
But it wasn't hurting at that point. It was just
that I hated getting it at Epcot, and that
right. It was
like it was
like a trauma.
It was a trauma.
Yeah.
And so in high school, I probably got my period 3 times.
Oh, got it. Okay.
I was running so much. I wasn't like underweight or anything. I was just stressing my body out to create like crazy.
So did you ever?
So I don't think I had experienced ovulation very much until I got to college, and I laid off the running.
Do you still have this pain?
Not as much. No.
Okay.
No.
So it's not premenstrual. It's
ovulation.
Ovulation. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah. Middle schmerz.
My God, you poor thing. That's horrible.
Yeah. But I never got. Since then, I think I had one more bout that was about that bad, and it was a time when I also had like lots of stress. And lots of like sleep deprivation and just no nutrition. And I also went from being like a runner who was like competitive to like no activity other than like walking to class.
Screw up with,
and I think it was like my hormones and everything. So I think it was like.
Your body did not know what to do.
No, it was like...
So did they ever acknowledge that they broke your hymen? And,
no.
Yeah, they don't.
No, of course not.
Acknowledge mistakes.
No.
So you were having your period when you went there?
No.
But then she was ovulating.
Oh, you were
I was ovulating. They just broke my hymen, and there can be blood from that.
Right. Why is there sometimes blood? Did you bleed when your hymen was broken?
I don't know, because it was... It was dark. I was at a movie theater.
Really?
I mean, I was at a drive-in. It was in the back of a car, and it was dark.
You were having sex in the back of a car?
Yeah.
What? You were a cool kid. I didn't actually lose my virginity until I was 24.
Okay.
Like it was a sleeping bag. It was dark.
Right.
I don't know if there was blood or not.
I just assumed because of ballet that it broke when I was a kid or something, because I never experienced blood.
I think it's kind of rare to have my mom, who was just like, I told her the next day, like, because we had landlines at that point.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, oh my gosh, this happened to me. And she's like, you would have made a great princess.
What does that mean?
Just because they would test the sheet.
Okay.
Yeah, they would test.
Like, it is kind of rare. Like, they would sometimes be like, well, she has had sex before.
Right,
but that wasn't the thing.
But not everyone bleeds, right?
Not everyone bleeds.
I wonder why. That's so crazy.
I think it's just...
And a lot of hymens, I think, just break.
Just break.
And through activity.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I think mine probably broke when I was very young. I don't know. I don't know how you know, but I just assumed it did because I didn't bleed when I had sex. So I just assumed it must have.
You were tainted.
Now every time I have sex, I just have gallons of blood. It's very weird.
But it's just totally normal.
Yeah, it's totally fine.
I hope that guy went into a different profession.
No, he was clearly not on the OBGYN path.
Yeah.
He was a surgeon. The way he was, like, I feel like the most sociopathic.
That might be worse.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I feel like surgeons are like the sociopaths, or like, anesthesiologists. Like, there's certain people who like just don't want to have to deal with patients.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But love cutting people.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I like watching the cutting when they're...
Oh, no. On the pit?
Yeah.
Oh, I turn around.
I have to go like this.
Same.
Through my fingers.
I go, because I watch it with my husband. I'm like, is it over? Is it over? It's also Trump's America. I'm not supposed to watch TV without his consent.
True. Yeah. I'm not allowed to watch without my husband.
Is that a thing?
No, I'm just being weird.
Well, I didn't know if that was like, I don't know.
Probably.
In like trad wife culture, which is, their whole thing is like, get your husband is in charge.
I just read that, what's the Anne Hathaway? This could be,
yes.
Okay, is buying the rights for a book.
Oh,
about,
Yesteryear?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's a trad wife
Who actually time travels back.
and has to live
that life and is like, it sucks. And that sounds really
that's
funny.
so funny.
I will watch it.
I'm definitely going to read that book.
Yes.
It sounds like a really fun book.
Yeah, that's really
Yesteryear.
a brilliant idea. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Such a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
That's really funny. Well, this has been wild.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I was kind of like, I didn't really lose my power at the ER, but in like an old, like medieval, like princess way.
I love
did.
it.
That's the best
are
way.
a princess.
Yeah, thank you.
And next time we'll have you on and you can share your story of how you really lost your virginity.
Okay, yeah.
We want it to be graphic. We want to hear about slits and we want to hear about
Yes. I will learn new slang to express words for my vagina. I will no anatomically correct things.
I know it's common now to say she made her sexual debut.
Ew.
I hate it. Yes, I hate that.
Wait,
yeah.
is that a real thing?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
You mean you lost your virginity? You made your sexual debut?
Is that like a
You're not supposed
thing?
to say losing your virginity anymore.
Because that's like the patriarchy.
It's patriarchy.
Okay.
So one of them is...
Why is that the patriarchy?
I
Men
think
also
it's about...
lose their
Because it was
virginity.
like...
I don't know. I'd have to... I can't...
Okay.
I didn't read enough about it. There's just new terms about...
Okay.
New terms, and one of them is sexual debut.
Okay.
To me, it feels like...
That sounds more dated to me.
Yes, because it
Yeah.
sounds like when you were presented.
Yes.
Oh, a debutante.
Yeah, it sounds like you're at a debutante ball.
Or in society, you made your society debut.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then after that, you went to a room and lost your virginity.
There's some other ones that you may like more, but I can't remember them. We'll have to read them off. And what did we
I
learn?
can't think of one I'd like less.
Well, hold on, because I might
Okay. I look
show
forward
you
to it.
some ones that make you change your mind.
Great.
Well said. And thank you so much.
Thank you for having
being on the
me.
show.
Thank
Everyone,
you.
check out Being Open about being open.
Yes, please.
I'm so happy you came today.
Thank you. Thank you.
This was great
Thank you
fun.
for arranging your schedule so that you could come.
Oh, of course.
And
We'll be back with
what did we learn today? Danielle,
Kristine,
are you ready to learn what we learned today?
more than ready.
Our first episode, Wildfires and Being Fired, dropped October 5, 2021.
Damn.
Yeah, that's right.
That's crazy.
Time be flying.
That's absolutely insane.
Here we are. If you're hungry, just eat.
Yeah, right?
Please eat.
Agreed.
Just absorb food. Ogilvy syndrome, acute colonic pseudo-obstruction, is a severe rapid dilation of the colon, primarily the cecum, without a mechanical blockage. Common symptoms include severe abdominal distension, pain, nausea, and vomiting, often occurring after surgery or severe illness. It mainly affects older adults and carries a risk of bowel perforation or ischemia, especially if the cecum exceeds 12 centimeters. Hope that helps. I hope I never have that happen. I know that. In the Pitt season 2, the character James Ogilvy is named as a medical Easter egg referencing Ogilvy syndrome, a condition where the colon acts blocked, symbolizing that the obnoxious, disliked character is metaphorically a pain in the ass or a blockage to his peers.
That's pretty funny. Also, doesn't he get shit on? Wasn't he in that scene?
Yeah.
Where he gets shit on?
Yeah. Mittelschmerz, German for middle pain, is a one-sided lower abdominal pain occurring midway through the menstrual cycle marking ovulation. It is caused by the rupture of the ovarian follicle, causing irritation from fluid or blood. Symptoms include sharp cramping pain lasting minutes to 48 hours. Treatments include pain relievers or birth control pills.
All right. Well, we should get going.
We should. We have work to do.
We do.
Danielle has the most work to do.
Yes. I have to go home.
Oh, I have a job too. I forgot to tell you, but
You do?
yeah, I do have a job. I'm editing a novel.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's 120,000 words.
That's fucking fantastic.
Congrats.
Thank you. So I do have a job, actually.
Okay, we'll talk more about it off the air. Okay.
Yes. Love you guys.
All right. Love you too.
Are you, is that?
Goodbye.
are you
This
out?
is the last show.
Oh,
She's-
wow.
she's
Save that
an
for the
editor
last
now.
second.
I'm a book
Wow,
editor now,
okay.
so send your manuscripts my way.
Until next time.
Remain calm.